Yes, Marianne Williamson. Are you here for Marianne Williamson? I see you guys. I'm going through that. What's going on in front of you? What do you all think of my new bracelet? Good evening, everyone. Chicagoans and those of you who come. Any of you come from far outside of Chicago? Yes? Yes, you traveled for Marianne Williamson. I've traveled for Marianne Williamson. My name is Gina Murata. I'm a lifelong Chicagoan. This is my city. And so it is such an honor to be the person who gets to welcome and introduce Marianne tonight. Marianne Williamson has been a guiding light in my life for the last decade. And, if I say anything that resonates, feel free to shoot your hand up or clap, because I know I'm not the only one for the things I'm going to say about her that's true. Marianne Williamson, we know her as an activist in our world and as a spiritual thought leader. She has taught us all how to be better versions of ourselves. And so that is how she came into my life. When I was looking to become a better version of myself, I needed some new perspective. I needed to learn how to live better. And where things in the world felt off in my personal life or out there, I needed tools. I needed someone who could guide. And I found the book, A Return to Love. Now what's amazing is that 6 months ago, I got the honor to meet Marianne Williamson in person. And I begun a relationship because I told her I wanted to be active in her campaign with her. And what I learned, if you haven't met her yet, face to face, is that she is the real deal. Yeah. I've met public figures, and usually you meet them and there's like this wall, right? They're not there with you. That is not true with Marianne. She is present, she is listening, and she has this gift for knowing what people need, what she can contribute to help them, what's called for in the moment. And tonight you're going to get to experience a lot of that magic. And so to introduce Marianne, I want to talk about why I see her as the right presidential candidate and the new voice that we need in this arena to lead us. And I want you again to just really listen inside of yourself and see what resonates with you. Because if you're here, you likely really believe in her, right? There might be some, maybe you brought a guest and they don't know much about her. There might be some of you, so you're learning newly about Marianne. And when you leave here today, we're definitely going to be asking you to go out and share about Marianne. So maybe what I share in my introduction inspires something in you. Because there are naysayers out there. There are those who say she can't win. There are those who say, I read an article about her and it said that she's, got these problems and that problems. Well, that is part of the challenge of being a long shot, but a long shot that scares people. As our presidential candidate and president-elect when the time is right, is number one, she has a vision for the transformation of America. Not only does she hold a vision, any candidate could have a vision, but it's truly her genius to hold a transformational vision. This is what she has done for more than 3 decades. She has held a transformational vision for the collective, for humanity, and she has helped us all step into that. And she has been involved in politics. She wrote an amazing book, healing the soul of America 25 years ago. She is not new to this game. And so her vision is about doing some things that have never been done before. Doing things that are revolutionary, creating real change. So let's talk about some of those things. Marianne is here to create a moral, economic system where there is equality. And I know she will talk about this tonight. It's, we're all living in our own circumstances, but we have to see what's happening with people around us. Because if we're not all free, then none of us are free. Marianne stands for creating a Department of Peace. This was one of the things when I first saw her running in 2020. I said, what? Like, it blew my mind. Like, you just don't even think something like that's possible. And that's where she is. She has these ideas that really can get underneath the challenges we face. And doesn't it just make sense that if we put all this energy, all this money, all this effort toward war, what do we get? We need to start putting some energy toward peace. And then what will we get? It's also in her vision to create a Department of Children and Youth. In our current world, what seems to matter is the corporate dollar, and children are at the bottom of it. Nobody cares about them in that arena. Right. And so our next generations are being so deeply, deeply harmed. And what is so amazing, I know Marianne loves seeing all the young people in the audience, because you know this better than anyone, that this world needs saving. Now there's another piece of Marianne's genius that I really want to highlight. By the way, genius is something I know a little bit about. This is my version of how I share my gifts in the world. I help people really understand their genius and bring it out to be the change makers that they want to be in the world. And so I can just kind of see through people. And I've watched Marianne as someone who's been a student of her work and as someone who's been in audiences. I've seen her in audiences. And what she does that I've never seen for sure a political candidate do is she calls forth the best in us. When you're in the room with Marianne, you become a better person. Just by who she is. She has moral principles behind everything that she stands for. And these are very well thought out. When you're in a room with Marianne and there are tough questions, she has solutions. One of the things I really feel around her when I listen to her speaking, I'm in her presence, is I become more mature. One of the things that's happened in politics is we've all become a little dumb. And in fact, the way politics are articulated in the world now, it's assuming people are dumb. Talk slow. Don't use big words. You will see Marianne. She talks fast, and she says what she means, and it's real talk. She's calling us forth. She's not dumbing it down for us, and that's what we need. Okay, wow. I really want to get you now ready for Marianne, now that you are in tune with her genius and ready for her, right? You ready? Okay, make a few audience suggestions. You've been doing a great job clapping. Really great. She's going to love that. What would be even better is wave the signs when you are really aligned with what she says. Because when you're up here, like that's just a really magical thing to see. So wave the signs, show her you care, number one. And number two, if you're someone who's inclined to share on social media, post photos, please feel free to be doing that. And we'll talk at the end of the night about how you can share and talk more about what you experienced tonight. So, without further ado, I'm going to bring up the woman you came to see.